Yo, what's up Freeze Army and welcome to the Seeger Beguilement Escalation set in Paris. My name is Mr. Freeze2244. This is going to cover all 5 levels, however, I'm only going to be showing you from level 3, 4 and 5. The reason why that is because level 1, 2 and 3 are all identical in my run and I don't want to show you the same clip 3 times. So this is going to be for level 3, but it will also cover you for level 2 and level 1. So if you do exactly what I do in this, it will cover you for level 1, 2 and 3. So first of all, what we need to do is run up to this woman here and bump into her. You just got to wait for her to move away. And once she starts walking, you're going to bump into the gentleman with the camera in his hands. What that's going to do is going to give them a bit of a gap, because what that's done is basically triggered their walking and things like that. So we're just going to run around to the left, because obviously there's enforcers around this map. But again, you can be doing all this for level 1 and 2. It's exactly the same. We're going to grab that fire extinguisher there. I'm going to wait for the woman to pass through this area. So we're not allowed to knock her out or kill her or anything like that. Again, there's extra enforcers for level 3. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. That's what I was trying to say. So when this woman walks out, we're just going to close that door right there. And once this bloke comes in, we're just going to hit that door there and silently attack him with a fire extinguisher. Now we're going to drag his body into this room here. It can be buggy sometimes. Sometimes the 2 men that's in the opposite room can see through the wall, which is really infuriating. But if that happens, just dragging him into one of the bathrooms, it's completely fine. So you're going to drop the fire extinguisher right there and just shoot the fire extinguisher, and we're going to just leave the level. The reason why I put him in the room instead of just doing it in the corridor is because, again, I was experiencing a bug where, and sometimes I wasn't, the bodies found bonus was getting taken away from me, even though it's an accident kill. I think it's all to do with the servers, maybe, I don't know, I'm not completely sure, but on this occasion it worked completely fine. Accident kills, as I've always said, as I've already made a video about it, whether bodies found or not, they won't count against your score. Again, you don't have to worry about any of that. You will get the 5-star rating, the Silent Assassin rating for level 1, 2 and 3 if you follow those simple steps. So for level 4, we've got an additional objective. What we have to do is hack the laptop that's in the basement. So we're going to start off in the waiter's disguise. And again, obviously we've still got enforcers, so we're just going to wait for that guard to pass there. And we're going to shoot that box right there, that fuse box. What that's going to do is going to trigger the gentleman inside the security room to come out and try and fix the fuse box. The reason why we're waiting behind this box is because the security guard that just went into the room to our left, he will come out if you get any closer to this security room. So that's why we stayed there for a few seconds before taking this guy out. Once you've subdued him, leave the weapon on the floor and drag his body and dump it in the crate right next to you. Head into the security room and take out this security guard right here. We'll just subdue him. You need to do this fairly quickly, because the security guard now is about to come out of the room there, and he will discover the weapon that's on the floor, and that'll give us just enough time to get behind here. If you can't subdue him quick enough, I recommend just hugging that door that's right next to us right there and subdue him from around the corner. So then we can go ahead and hack the laptop. You can hide the body if you want to in that crate that we dumped in the security guard in before, but it's just very, very simple really. We're just knocking out these guys, hacking the laptop, and we can move on to what we were doing in the previous levels. It's a fairly simple escalation really. It's kind of repetitive. It can get a little bit boring because there's not really much of a challenge there. It's just an accident kill really. But it's a pretty good follow-up to what we was trying to do, trying to explain in my Hitman FYI video explaining accident kills. So yeah. So what you want to do is the same as we did in the previous level. Bump into the woman. Wait until she moves away, starts walking away, and then we can bump into the photographer, our actual target. And like I said, that will create the perfect gap between them both, so it gives you plenty of time to go and grab your fire extinguisher and do your thing. So I'm just going to grab the fire extinguisher right there. They're just heading their way through this section. If you're also having issues with bodies found, like you can glitch, what I recommend you doing is bringing along a remote breach charge, dragging the body into one of these rooms, and setting off the remote breach charge right before you exit the level. That will get you the basically bodies won't get found because there's no one to find the bodies fast enough. So make sure you close that door as well before we attack him. There we go, just knock him out. So yeah, you try this technique, and if you're still getting problems with the body found situation, then yeah, just do what I just said. But for now, we're just going to do what works. Fire extinguisher next to his body, shoot it. And if you're wondering what gun that is, it's the Krüger-Meyer 2-2. That's unlocked in Bangkok. It's the new weapon. It's unlocked in Mastery level 20 in Bangkok. It doesn't really make much of a difference of what gun you make. It doesn't matter. So don't start saying that, oh, I haven't got the Krüger-Meyer. You don't need it, trust me. So once we've shot that and taken out that fire extinguisher, run to the exit, and that will complete level 4. Very simple, very easy. So we can go ahead and move on to level 5. So there's your Silent Assassin rating, 5 stars as usual. And then we can move on to level 5. Now we've got an additional target for level 5, and that is the woman that's conducting the interview in front of the Sanguine fashion show. So she just as you start, you'll know exactly who I mean. You've got the cameraman there, and you can interrupt them if you wanted to and stuff like that, and they can interact with you. But for now, we're just going to start off in the same area. We're going to bring our rubber duck and our remote breach charge for this one, because again, we've got to kill the cameraman. We need to kill him with an accident kill. So we're just doing the same as what we did in the previous level, and then we'll catch up to the latter parts of the level. It's going to be quite tedious as well, having to wait around for a few things to happen. But nevertheless, this is the easiest way to do it. So again, we're going to subdue the security guard and drag his body into the crate. Now if you watch your mini-map, and if the guard is getting up from his seat right now, you want to just wait behind the door on the left. Otherwise, if he's not and he's still seated, then you can go ahead and take out the security guard inside, and you'll be in a situation where he still hasn't got up yet. So we're just going to hide behind these boxes for now. He's going to come out and see the gun that's still laying on the floor. He's going to go over and pick it up, and that's when we're going to take him out and subdue him. So once we've subdued him, we're just going to dump his body in the crate as well, just in case. And then we're going to go ahead and hack the laptop. Again, nice and easy. Now with the cameraman and the interviewer, they can sometimes be stuck at the main entrance, and sometimes they don't move. And if that's the case, and if they're stuck for you, you can either do two things. You can either bring a fire extinguisher and use that, again, the same way as we did before. We can shoot it, or you can drop a rubber duck right next to it and blow it up. Or you can just restart and just get them, restart until it works, basically. Because it can be a bit of an annoying thing. It could be kind of random. I did this 3 times to make sure it worked, and for all 3 times it kind of worked for me. Not kind of worked, but it did work. So these two are about to head off anyway, so what we're going to do is bump into the gentleman first, because those two were about to walk away already, because we've already waited a significant amount of time. So we're just going to bump into him to create that gap. You don't have to bump into the woman at all, so don't worry about her, because she's already on her way. So again, same as we did in the previous couple of levels. We're just going to take them out exactly the same way. But this time I'm going to put his body in here, just for safe measure, really. So again, if you're really that worried about bodies found, this is what you're going to want to do. Close that door, subdue. Drag his body in the bathroom right here. Just going to place the fire extinguisher next to his body. It doesn't have to be really close, but as long as it's relatively close. And we're just going to put the remote breach charge and place it right next to it. So once we're done, I'm going to go and grab another fire extinguisher. However, I didn't need it, because like I said, sometimes they don't move, sometimes they do. But you want to get in a situation where they do move. So obviously they've moved right now, so I won't need the fire extinguisher. But like I said, the fire extinguisher will always act as an accident kill, and this is how we want to you know, do that accident kill. So obviously I found out I don't need the fire extinguisher, so what we're going to need to do is just wait for them to come over this direction, because this is where they're heading. And this is, if you are a little bit more patient and you're not worried about the fire extinguisher, you're not worried about rushing through this or going fast, then you can just always be patient and just wait over in this section until they eventually come over. It will take you know, a minute or two for them to come over. For me at this moment, they're only going to take a few seconds. Both of them are going to come to the van, and we're going to need to move out the woman. You need to get rid of the woman, really. You need to get her out of the way. So with that other remote breach charge, we're going to distract her and get her out of the way. How we're going to take him out is we're going to use the car to create an accident kill. So we're basically going to blow up a car, and that will, you know, kill the target, and that will count as an accident kill. So the security guard from me is coming over this direction now, so we're just going to wait for him to move out of the way, because we don't want him spotting us. This is the reason why I left all this stuff in, because if it was just a perfect run and all this stuff wasn't happening, then you're most likely to come across it and you'll be addressing me in the comments and asking me what to do in this situation. That's why I've left these sort of things in. Like, the security guard's not always going to be here, but I left him in there to basically show you how to deal with the situation. I'm thinking of you guys. I'm just thinking of you guys.
Did you hear that new Jordan Cross tune? I cry every time.
So we're just waiting for the security guard to move out of the way, as he's doing right now. Use a remote breach and just throw it over there. She's gone over and she's found out what it is, so she's going to move off to the security guard. She's not always going to go to the security guard. She's sometimes just going to go into that corner. But either way, once she's out of the way significantly, we're just going to put the dub right next to it and blow up the van. The van's going to kill him as an accident kill, and we're going to pull out the remote breach charge thing, and then we're just going to blow that as well. What that's going to do is going to kill the other guy we set up for before, and that's going to do it for this level. That's going to do it for the entire escalation, actually, so I hope that helped you out for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit a like on the video and subscribe here if you're new. And make sure you tune in to live stream tomorrow on the elusive target. We found out it's in Paris, so I'll make sure you tune in for that, and I'll see you next time, guys. Cheers.